Yeah, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's episode of the Diaspora Global Panel. With me today, I have Anthony Heze from the United States and Jude Unwa Okolo from Dublin. Today, we are going to talk about the Nigeria's problem. Are the citizens to blame? Because, you see, we see Nigerians, we blame the government and the political class for everything, going south in Nigeria. We blame them for our economic woes, social issues, and whatnot. Whereas the common consensus is that we, the citizens, we are not living up to expectations and we are not fulfilling our patriotic duties as citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. While I agree that we need to reform and reorient the mentality of our political class, I believe I can say the same thing for the panelists on the Diaspora Global Panel. We believe that it is imperative for us to address the followers' problem that is fast becoming an epidemic in Nigeria. You see, what we see happening is that, Nigerians don't care about the quality of people they put at the helms of affairs. Those people that they actually give the responsibility, to steer the affairs of the country we call Nigeria. They just feel anybody can do it. So far, that person, show them the money. So that is the reason why we believe that on the Diaspora Global Panel today, we should discuss this sensitive issue, the followers problem. Why is it imperative today? Problems that we are having in Nigeria. I will start with you, Tony. What is your take on this topic?
Yeah, Kunle, thanks for having me today. The problem we have about followership of the citizenry was actually caused by government. Structurally, what we find is that if a government is not doing what it's supposed to do, the followers tend to follow their route. You find out that in developed countries, if you have good leadership, surely the citizens, because they know the consequences of inaction or committing an offense, they know how the judiciary, the police, and other security outfits, the way they will handle their situation, they are bound to do the right thing. Nigeria is like a failed state where everything goes, anything goes. So if you find somebody who toes the line, who want to go and vote, who avoid corruption, who toe the line of what is required, nobody recognizes such people. If those who disobey the system, make quick work, rig election, and be popular, these are the people the society recognizes. So you don't blame somebody who want to do the needful thing and either get killed or kidnapped. The system does not, in my own personal opinion, allow the citizens to play their role the way it should be. Because the structure on the ground is that, take for example, during the NSAS, some people demonstrated to voice their opinion on what was going wrong. Where did they end? You see people who goes into vote for election, they get to election site, they got beaten up, dealt with for challenges the irregularities. After being beaten twice, once, twice, such people will not want to do it again. So what we are saying is that the government should put their house in order. We should elect people who will be able, we are not saying all the politicians in Nigeria are bad. I can say there are still very few that are okay. Those who can stand their ground. You don't just any politician. Vote for somebody who will be able to stand their ground, tell the people that this is what we want. If you don't do it, you get punished. There should be no sacred cow. Nigerians should rate each other as being equal so that when you commit offense, you will be treated based on the merit of the case, not who you are. We are praying for a better Nigeria, like what we experience abroad, where people do what they are supposed to do. If you see somebody committing corruption, report. Then the police, the judiciary, should handle such individuals. It will act as a deterrent for the other people to participate in the same crime. But here in Nigeria, that's not the case. So we see how to put the blame at the doorstep of the government, at the same time encouraging the citizenry that all hands must be on deck for a better Nigeria.
Thank you, Tony. Jude, can you comment on this, please?
Right. Tony said it. Nigerians are following what is on the ground. We don't have focus. Nigerians don't have focus. The government have no focus. People in authority don't take Nigeria as a country. They come in there on their personal gains. They don't think about the country in particular. And as such, every one of them, no one is excluded. They come there based on what they want to get and what their people want to get. So they don't put Nigeria as a whole, forward whenever they're doing anything. As such, they polluted the system. The system is a mess. Nigeria as an entity is polluted because from the beginning, leadership to down the citizenry, nothing is followed. The ordinary Nigerians have to live by example. They follow what they see. For instance, if you are the head of the government, you are the president of a country, and you break the law, what do you expect your minister to do? He will break the law as well. And then it goes down line to the bottom, to the offices. And as such, if you cannot prosecute the one at the top, how can you hold the one at the bottom accountable for what he has done? So it's not like orientation. They have to lead by example. For instance, taking bribe is like normal in Nigeria because it's from the top. And it's like a line. You have to take bribe. It's part of the system. And if you don't do it, even your colleague in your office will not relate with you because it favors all of them. So you can't start to be. You want to be a honest guy in an office, in a place where there are millions who are dishonest. So, say for instance, you're a minister where there are 20 ministers and you're only the minister that don't want to obey the rules. You'll be frustrated because the other ministers are not obeying the rules, and they go away with it. They go away with it. The courts, they go to courts, they go away with the cases in courts, and as such, when the judges or who are in charge of the courts, when they come in there, they do whatever they want because there's no law. Things are not followed. Things are not obeyed. People follow suit. Where there's no, where everything is not arranged. What do you expect it to be? So I don't blame Nigerians for this. It starts from the origin. Just take for instance when Idiabon came in. You remember Idiabon time when they were people you have to queue to get what you want. People obeyed it because the law was enforced then. So when there's no country without a law enforcement and it's not being abided, and someone at the top wants to say, yeah, you go through, once you call the name of somebody, they let you through. So It's going to be a messy situation. That's what we are facing. So we can't blame ordinary Nigerians for that. You blame the government wholly for that.
Thank you. Thank you. You see, towing the line of what you just said, okay, we have a comment from a Nigerian, Lai Shofolan. He stated that the problem in Nigeria is the trust deficit, that Nigerians don't trust the government. That is the reason why, patriotism is lacking, is falling behind. Tony, I know that you spoke along the line of what Mr. Lai Shofolan said. The question is, how can the government improve the trust issue?
Simple answer is prevent corruption. The corruption that is prevalent in Nigeria, and let's be clear, when we talk about government, we are not just talking about Buhari government alone. We're equally talking about past governments in the order of the day. And this corruption goes from federal level to state level to the local government. You allocate budget for different levels of government. This money are received, but the primary users are denied. You can see what is going on with local government issue. Previously, the local government were handling their fund and they messed it up. The law changed to state monitoring the local government. Every level of Nigerian governance is corrupt. It's only when if corruption is dealt a blow in Nigeria, every person will sit up. Because Nigeria, everywhere, we always tell you in a simple language, it will only require money and who you know. And what this thing keep on being persistent in Nigeria, there is no way out. You catch a ritualist. If he's connected and he has money, he bribe his way. Some armed robbers, when you catch them and they have the money, they bribe their way. So everything depends in Nigeria on who you know. And we cannot continue going on like this as a nation. It's not helping anybody, including those who collect all this, who keep on propagating this corruption. Because the foreign governments, it's like they don't look at Nigeria as where you go and invest. Because even if when you are duped, there's no person to help you out. You lose your investment.
Hmm.
So we need to clear this corruption, and then Nigeria will be on a better way.
Thank you. Jude, you know, the trust issue, I realize that is one of the causes of the problems we are facing in Nigeria. Because, let's take for instance, in America, Canada, Ireland, UK, they have increased the cost of, the pump price of petroleum product because of what is going on around the world, specifically the Russia-Ukraine war. You see, in Ghana, they just increased the fuel price.
Yeah.
And the citizens, they trust the government.
Right.
They didn't cry. They didn't riot. They didn't attack the government or whatever. But in Nigeria, this is not so.
Yeah.
Because I realize that it is the trust deficit that is actually affecting the government. That is preventing the government from removing the oil subsidy that is presently bankrupting the economy of Nigeria. Even even when they have passed the petroleum bill, you know. So, Jude, what do you think about this trust issue? And how do you think Nigeria, the government of this great country we call Nigeria, can work on this, can improve so that the citizens, because don't just let us be saying, oh, Nigeria is bad, blah, 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 but let us now give the government a panacea, something, a solution, okay, that they can actually, it's like a template that they can actually work on to improve the trust issue.
Thank you. Right. Let's start from the beginning. If I say this, I'm going to say a lot of things here, but let's start from the beginning. Our democratic institution is rotten. When people come in, when new government come in, they come in with people already predestined to be in the government. People already arranged to be in government. It's
that means nepotism.
Nepotism.
So number one, what the government can do, okay, to improve the trust issue is to get rid of nepotism. Who is who?
Yes, get rid.
That is number one.
Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. An example where someone says, "I'm ready to get dirty to get a position in a country," and he thought he's gonna be in that position whether you like it or not. And because someone is trying to challenge him, he said he's going to get dirty for that. Okay.
Yes. So nepotism. Go ahead.
Is that supposed to be?
No. So
right. If you get dirty and come into a government, and how do you expect people to trust you when you have already told people that you came in because you came in by all means, you want to be there and you must be there.
So what we are saying in essence on Diaspora Global Panel is that government should include competent hands in handling the affairs of the nation.
The nation, people who is ready to come into a government. If you, I'm talking about our democratic institution. If you compete in an election and you find yourself losing, you take it as part of the game. You have lost.
Okay. What else? What else can the government do?
The government have to. If the beginning is our institution of leadership.
Yeah, should change.
Should change.
We should reform it.
Reform it. Give free hands for people to come in, competent people to come in, and when they come in, then we cannot trust the competent people that are in there. That start from there, and we know that these people came by the virtue of the fact that Nigerians want them to come, and they fought for it, and they're elected in office, and then we start beginning with the trust start from there. So we have to read that. Secondly, our judiciary, our system of judiciary is too bad. The third arm of the government, judiciary, even though in this part of the world, it doesn't mean because a president elected, appointed somebody to be the head of the judiciary. It doesn't mean that you must obey the. If you do your work as a in that office, the president who appoints you in, apply law the way it's supposed to be done. If the president appoints you there, it cannot change you. You have your own means of administering your service.
So political corruption and judicial reform.
Judicial reform.
Judicial reform.
That arm of government should remain independent of whether they are appointed or not. If they institute a law, if the president bring the law, he should go in for it because that's their office. You can't say because this man appoint me to be the head of government or head of whatever you call it, and so he's going to be controlling you. It doesn't happen in this part of the world. You are not controlling the judiciary.
Jude,
and if that is sorted, yeah.
Jude, let me summarize what you said. You are giving the government, like panacea or the solution to actually steps for them to take to improve the trust deficit. Okay? 1, to get rid of nepotism, include competent hands in the government. 2 is to get rid of the political corruption, That means the do or die, politics that we play in Nigeria. Number 3 is to reform the judiciary, make the judiciary independent
and competent.
and competent.
Yes.
Those are the 3 major things that you suggested can actually, increase or improve the trust of Nigerians, or the trust Nigerians have in their government.
Just 1 second before you go. 1 second before you go. Look at the case of Desiani that embezzled all the money and bought estates in the UK. And they seized some billions of gold, or what do you call it, necklaces she bought. And this lady had the guts to challenge the court. This is a lady that was there during
the judiciary is meant for everyone. Even criminals can go to the judiciary. I don't think that is wrong. The judiciary is meant for everyone. It's just what the judiciary, now do at the end of the day.
Yes. So if you embezzle money and be able, and it's actually known that EFCC have actually seized your money, seize some your goods, because you went there to embezzle the people's money, and can you believe an individual having a guts to challenge?
If I may come in, if I might come in, nobody is assumed to be guilty until proved by a competent court. Otherwise, we should equally ask the question: why should Abba Kyari go to court?
Yes, thank you.
So, I think where we are, we need to go back to the basis. We don't have a constitution. All we have is Decree 24, alias 1999 Constitution.
Yeah.
Until we clean our mess with that constitution, we are going nowhere. Because all powers to all levels of government revolve from that constitution. This is a constitution where federal government alone can create a local government. And they know that federal allocation are based on this local unit. Take, for example, the old Kano state. Kano State breaking down into new states. The old Kano State, the local governments they have in old Kano State is more than the whole of Southeast, the Igbo land put together. And how do you expect equity to reign when you have this kind of problem? So by and large, it's like somebody building a house without an approved architectural plan. That's where we are. We are ruling Nigeria with emergency building plan called constitution. So until we create equality by going back to that constitution, it's like every government that comes in, that is their master plan to work with. And once you work with the wrong architectural plan, the building will be a failure. It will collapse. And that's why things are going the way, because even if you take to the court, that's why the judiciary are not 100% blamed, because the judiciary is to interpret the constitution in each case. And by and large, going by that constitution, they cannot judge any case with Canadian constitution or UK constitution. They have to judge it with a defective constitution. So the only way out is go back to the basis. When you go back to the basis, where powers are not left in the federal government, then if you want to fight corruption or maladministration, it will be easy to get people to order. But don't give them a wrong tool to work with, and you want to blame them. They are just obeying the almighty 99 Constitution.
Oh, thank you, Tony. Jude, can you just ensure that our calling system is working properly? Because just to be sure that we are not missing any caller. Yeah, Um, Tony,
Yes.
you see, the government as well. They often say this about the citizens, about us Nigerians. They say that they see many citizens, sabotaging the efforts of the government, and they undermine government institutions. Like, let's take for instance people dodging taxes. People that are not paying their bills, the electrical bills, the water bills, and whatnot. And they say that, many of us, we don't conform to the laws of the land. And we see it as well. You see in Lagos, in Ogun State, where you see drivers driving one way. We don't like queuing. We don't like taking our turns. Even we see a lot of diasporans crying, saying that, oh, they get people in Nigeria to do some work for them, and they get swindled. You see artisans, you pay them, they get swindled. They get swindled. It's like, you see, we as citizens, we are also sabotaging investment efforts, okay, of fellow Nigerians. Okay, you set up a company, you employ people, Nigerians. You are not a politician. You have never taken government's money or government's contract, and you set up your own private company. You employ people, and they swindle you. Okay, they run the company to the ground. And these are the excuses that some of these people in the political class are making. Tony, what do you have to say about this? And how can you advise the citizens of Nigeria, the artisans, the bricklayer, the electricians? You see, all these people that when they call you for a job, do it to the best of your ability. Because you see, when you do a wrong thing and you are discouraging people, from investing in your fatherland. Can you talk about this and advise Nigerians?
Okay. Number one, let us be clear. The corruption we mean and all this bad attitude is not just for those in government. It's actually worse with our citizenry. But the problem is that the system does not punish them accordingly. So
That
that
is
will be a
judicial
deterrent
reform.
order.
Judicial
Exactly.
reform that
Exactly.
Jude was talking about.
Exactly. So worldwide there is corruption. Worldwide there's lobbying. If you go to America, lobbying, we call it brown envelope.
Yeah, lobbying and everything.
All of them are just they are not the proper behavior, but the system punish them in such a way that others will not attempt it. Take for example July 6 riot.
Yeah.
Over here in America. Nobody is a sacred cow. They picked every person they were able to get on video or social media, anything. Some of them are in jail now, and others are processing them. So what we are saying is that the citizenry should know that, look, if you believe only the government can clean up Nigeria, you are wasting your time. Most of these Nigerians we are talking about, they go to various churches and mosques where their leaders tell them what is right. Most of them want to tell you, preach to you what to do, not for you to learn from their own example. You see the pastor themselves, they want miracle money and all that. So from the basis, we need a great orientation. Because of their behavior, they are losing a lot of investment from foreigners, from Nigerians in diaspora. Because most of us who attempted or even had a business before you traveled out, they make sure they level it down and even ask you to send money and salary for the company. So Nigerians, almost everybody are corrupt. They are corrupt because government has not dealt with offenders. Remember when drug dealers, I don't support that, but the previous military government,
Yeah,
they were,
Idiagbon and Buhari,
yes,
yeah.
they want people not to deal on drug, and they refuse. And
Mm-hmm.
when they caught them, they shot them in the firing squad.
Yeah,
Every person run away to know
yeah,
that these people mean business.
yeah,
We are not presenting that scenario because we are not in a military regime.
yeah.
But every person that commits to offense in Nigeria, the press should stop just showing us these people that are caught.
Mm-hmm.
Let them show us how these people were actually punished so that many Nigerians will start running away from crime. It's because people are not punished. It's because even when they are caught, they have people that let them go free.
Okay.
To the extent that sometimes when you are asking somebody, why are you going abroad through the Mediterranean Sea? Don't you see that people are dying, drowning? The next question they will ask you, you only see those who got drowned. Did you see those who succeed? So what am I saying is that it is still the government we are clamoring for. Let the system be strong enough to punish this Nigerian who refuse to toe the line.
Mm.
Because punishment help people to make this thing better. See, ritual killing everywhere, a lot of nonsense going on, but they are not punished. So what will scare another person from committing the same crime? What will scare another person from giving police bribe?
Mm-hmm.
So it's all over the place. You don't even know
All
where to.
over. It's all over.
So, but Nigerians, please consider it part of your duties to clean up Nigeria. Don't look up to people.
Yeah,
Play your own role, no
yeah.
matter how little,
Mm.
and then you help to build up a better Nigeria rather than staying out of the position where you can help and pointing an accusing finger to others. It's like when you point a finger to those you think that will clean up, the rest of your finger are going to be pointing back to you. What is your own role to get
Mm.
Nigeria to a better path?
Yeah, we are almost nearing the end of this program.
Yeah,
In the next maybe 5-10 minutes, we will
right.
close. Jude, can you just give me your thought? We have another comment from Coach Tak, who joined us last week. He said that she said that in Nigeria we have a culture of celebrating criminals, and I could not agree with her more or less. I don't know how to say it. Please, please, can you just go ahead?
Yeah, sabotaging, we know that is real in Nigeria. There's no two ways about it. People sabotage the government because they lost trust in the system. They feel that they don't belong. They feel that the money Nigeria is making is belonging to some set of people. And as such, any chance they have to take whatever they can get from the country, they want to do it. So that's why this sabotaging government efforts, people break into so many things. Government, sometimes I'll have a story where some people go and carry some transformer somewhere because they have to get a lot of money from it. They go and sell it somewhere. These are because they are not belonging. They don't see how they belong to the government. They don't have anything to show that they're Nigerians.
Yeah.
You know what we're saying here? The trust we have lost, the people of Nigeria have lost trust in the government. Most of them are very hungry. They are hungry. Why the government are making money and they are giving some bonuses to themselves, buying cars to them for themselves, traveling abroad, getting fast salary, and people are just watching them. They don't know whether they are, and they don't know where they belong to. So whatever they come to them, they utilize the opportunity to get out of anything they can get out of. So it's a
Yeah.
lawless society. It's a society have no there is no basis. It's just lawless. People do whatever they like because that's the only way they can get. And like Tony said, when they do it, they get away with it because even those that are in authority, you cannot hold them accountable. You cannot hold them
Mm.
accountable. You cannot ask them what have they done with the last year budget, and they can able to give you full script of what they have done, how they have used the money. Only few can do that, but most of them cannot be able to do that. We see the billions they say every month, billions here, billions here. This government they borrow this. At the end of the day, you wonder where is this billions going into? What is our road is bad? People are hungry. Where is this thing going into? So it is not a system that is open for people to see what is happening. All we know is that we have president, we have ministers, we have this and that, and they're getting millions. They're paying them House of Rep, they are there, House of Senate, they are there. They live in Abuja, they travel there, and that's all you hear. And they pay them and there are people who have nothing. So when they ever have the chance to get something out of that system, they get it out. So the system is bad. That is the reason.
All right. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Okay.
So we are almost nearing the end of this program. Let's give Tony the opportunity to just give his social media declaration before he goes, because I want to, in closing, I want to hear saying for people to see, some of the tragedies that actually fell us in Nigeria last week. So, Tony, just give us your social media.
Yes. Sorry, guys, I'll be leaving just final media. Okay. Fellow Nigerians, let's be sincere to ourselves. Unless we did the needful thing, we are not helping the system. We kind of believe that together we can take care of Nigeria. Let us, like one of the American presidents ever said, think of what you will do for your country, Nigeria, and think less of what Nigeria will do for you. Please do the needful thing, support whatever change that is coming your way so that we get our Nigeria back. Thank you.
Thank you, and we see you again. Yeah, Jude, you heard what Tony said. You see, in closing, this is what I would like Nigeria to know, that their actions, determines what happens to their children and what happens to the future of our unborn generation.
Yeah.
We heard in the news about this girl that was killed on the BRT. Okay, you see, there are a lot of criminality going around in Nigeria. And most of these things are basically due to poverty.
Right.
Because you have people at the ends of affairs that are just stealing our money. You see, they are just embezzling. Yeah. You see, they are not competent to handle, the issues that they are facing. So we see what is happening in the education sector.
Yeah.
And next week, we are going to discuss what the proposal of a representative in the National Assembly, Sejus Ogun, basically to surmise what he said, all public workers, I think all public servant or civil servant or whatever, you see, must apply to the federal government of Nigeria before they can send their kids abroad. And they have to face scrutiny as to where they got the money for their kids' education from. He said that all public servants must enroll their kids in the public schools. And he said that if that is so, we will see a turnaround in the education system in Nigeria. That is what this House of Rep member said. You see, next week we are going to discuss it. So in essence, what we are saying is that to the parents in Nigeria, the people you elect will determine your economic standing.
Right.
The people you elect will determine the safety of your children. okay, will determine the future of your unborn generation.
Right.
So elect good and competent leaders in Nigeria. You see, if you want a future that you are praying for, if you want that future for your kids, let's just do a recap of what actually happened. You know, some sad tales, some sad stories that happened in Nigeria. And Jude, you will close after this. Yeah, this is this girl, Bamishe, you know, that was kidnapped, raped, you see, on a BRT bus in Lagos.
Mm-hmm.
You see, may her soul rest in peace. And we pray that, you see, God will grant the family, you know, the fortitude to bear this gruesome loss. We also have the, you know, story of this. In fact, I have this video, but I don't think I should share it. This is a Hausa Fulani man kidnapped a 10-year-old girl. You know, they dragged her. I mean, according to this guy, they said they were men. So they dragged her into the bush and murdered. They murdered this poor girl. Let me just try to show the video. Okay, this video. Let me see whether I can share it. It's a very sad tale. Honestly speaking, I'm saddened by this. Okay, I'm seriously saddened by this. And honestly speaking, you know, I think Nigeria must change. Nigeria must change, actually. So just hold on. I'm trying to share it. So yeah. So this is the I think the video. Did you see it now?
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah, I'm trying to share it. So
yeah, as you're sharing it, we keep on.
Yeah,
we're talking about trust.
Yeah. So the continue.
Yeah, you just showed a video. The first one you showed about the guy that was in the van.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this is a country that's supposed to be to protect its citizens.
Mm.
This thing happened in Lagos, I think so.
Yes. It's happening in Lagos.
And we are talking about trust.
Yeah.
How do we trust our government, people in authority, the government, to protect the average Nigerians? You see, if this can happen in Lagos, and till now, most things happen. And how did the government go to how do they follow up this case? How do you let Nigerians know that they should trust you being the helm of duties in Nigeria? You know, some of these cases come and they die down. Nothing happened after that. You just hear it and you don't hear it anymore. So, tell me, how can another citizen who know that he has a country and they have police, they have people who are paying money, tax money, being paid, they're being paid, and such a thing happen.
Can you listen to the audio?
Yes. Wow.
He's listening. He's listening the people that were involved. That's the girl killed.
Okay. So, Baba.
We also saw a video of a police guy, you know, that was, let me just play it. You see, this guy took bribe, a police took bribe, then the superior officer appeared on the scene.
Don't worry, give me the money. Give me the money. That's it, I come here.
You see, they caught him taking bribe.
Behaving like a private soldier.
And as you can see, we still have good people in office. Sorry about that.
Give me the money. I said, give me the money. Give me the money. Why is this?
So Jude, let's wrap up. Actually, let's wrap up. We see what is happening in Nigeria. It's all about trust. The citizens, they don't trust the government. Crime is skyrocketing.
Sorry, we have a caller here.
Okay, we have a caller.
Yeah, we have a caller here.
Okay.
Hello. Yeah, we are talking about trust here. We are on we are on social media, YouTube channel, and I know we are talking about trust here. Do you have anything to contribute about trust in Nigeria? Hello. Trust.
Yes, this isn't trusting the government.
Trusting the government in Nigeria. Can you hear your opinion, please?
Is he not watching? Is that person not watching our program?
Well, probably he might be watching better. Just like he's a Nigerian, and I just want to hear his opinion about this. How can we trust the government of Nigeria? Hello.
I think it's not clear. Let's just go on and wrap up.
Yeah, okay. Right. I can hear you, yeah.
I think that person is it the person that actually passed this comment, Lubov Zural Vileva or something? I saw that comment. I don't know what that comment means. Anyway,
okay.
Let's go to the end of the program. I think the person is not.
No problem. We talk later. Thank you so much for calling. We hope you call back in next meeting. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right. So can you just end, please?
Yeah. So
declaration.
Yeah, the point we are saying here is that in all this thing we have seen here, the government, the people in authority have to show us that they can be trusted. If they don't show Nigerians that can be trusted, it's going to be like that, and it's going to have no end. So the ball is in their courts. People that are going to come in for the next in 2023 I hope they will be capable people, competent people who Nigerians can trust. And when they come into the office, they should show us, be plain, open, so that people can see. And when they see how they perform, then people can start trusting them. That's all I have to say at this moment. There's nothing much I can contribute on this. Everything lies on those in authority. So So
thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah. So I urge any Nigerians watching, do your best to give your best to Nigeria. Don't look at what is going on. Play your own part. Because we're talking about Nigeria here. We're not talking about individuals. We're talking about Nigeria.
Let us watch this video, because this is what we are talking about crime. You see the desperation, people trying to survive, kidnapping people, selling them, maybe murdering them, selling their parts. This is a guy that actually kidnapped a baby maybe for money ritual. You just tell me. You see it. This is the desperation happening in Nigeria, and we want our people to know that if you don't participate in the oncoming elections, you continue to elect mediocres, and our condition will remain the same. You will continue to see people engage, because life will be so difficult to the extent that people will be engaging in all these crimes. And the safety of your kids, of your children, will not be guaranteed. So I want people to understand that if you take 500 naira, 1,000 naira, 5,000 naira, you know, it's going to come back to haunt you. You take it from the political class, it is going to come back to haunt you. Please elect good leaders going forward. And I want the government as well to work on trust deficit. Nigerians don't trust the government. That is the reason why the citizenry is being called to question, and the patriotism is being called to question. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We have come to the end of today's program. I want to say a big thank you to Jude Nwa-Okolo from Dublin, Anthony Eze from the United States, I, Olakunle Taufik Lemboye. I want to say a big thank you for joining us today. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. I want to say a big thank you to Mr. Lai Shofola, who commented from Nigeria, and from Coach Tak Titi Aboyade Cole, who commented from the United Kingdom. Thank you. We hope you join us again next week. Bye.